Are we ready? Oh, I'm Little Ed.
I'm Dr. John.
And here we are again for another episode
Of Enuff already?
Yeah, not an installment.
Oh, my God.
Fucking episode.
Yeah, this is unreal. How dumb.
Oh, no, not the music.
Yeah, the music. Anyhow.
Cue the music.
Cue the music. There's no music.
There it is. Oh. Your phone's turned down. There's the music, folks.
So anyhow, we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube. Follow us, share us, like us, do everything. We need followers on Rumble.
Yeah, big time. If you don't have Rumble, download it. It's free.
Now we got more fits. The probably low techness. Low budgets.
We're out in the middle of nowhere. I'm surprised we even have Wi-Fi.
Well, it's been an interesting week again, Ed. Every week is interesting.
I know. I love it. It's getting better and better and better. I tell you, I haven't had this much fun watching politics since the first time Trump was president, to be quite honest with you.
Actually, this time's better.
Right. Well,
than the first time.
He's moving it so fast. It's kind of fun watching Democrats and socialist heads explode.
Well, the experience from the first time has really helped him.
Yeah, he's a quick learner. That's obvious.
The second time.
You can't ask for a better administration that he's put together when you start looking at his attorney general and.
Who's that? Pam Bondi?
Pam Bondi.
What about Pam Bondi?
Well, they caught her on hidden camera. I'm not really sure how this kind of shit happens, to be quite honest, but they got her on hidden camera talking about the Epstein files, and she's a smart lady, so I'm not sure how she got caught up in it, but she was just talking candidly about it and said, there's like thousands of files of child rape and kiddie porn that's got,
That she's got?
Yeah,
they've
the
got
FBI
these files?
has them. Yeah, apparently she has them, because after they came out with the catching her on hidden video, it was a couple of days later she came out publicly and said pretty much exactly word for word what she'd said.
They got all this stuff, but nobody's letting anything loose.
Well, they say it's because they're trying to protect the victims, John. You know how the Democrats are.
I think it's more than that.
You think so?
I just don't think they want to let it loose. I just think there's so many people involved.
Oh, right. Yeah, so many prominent people that it's going to pretty much wipe out our government.
It's going to wipe out people all over the world.
Right.
My God.
Well, the new Prime Minister of Canada, I guess, was a frequent flyer to Epstein Island.
That's not surprisingly.
Go
surprising,
figure.
I mean.
But, Pam Bondi holds a big job, and in my opinion, she's done a great job so far. I mean, we're starting to see some people getting caught up and doing the stuff.
I want to see some prosecutions.
There's even rumor that AOC's got some charges coming her way.
That would suit me just fine. Her and Bernie flying all over the country in their private jet.
Right. Did you see him?
Doing their rallies.
Did you see him respond to that?
Yeah. He's an asshole.
I forget who it was.
Asshole.
Was it Bill Maher or somebody confronted him about it? And said, you guys are doing this.
Arrogant, too.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? Stand in line with regular people?
Yeah, he's too good to be with the regular people standing at United.
Then he pops off and talks about Trump. Well, Trump owns his own plane, fuels his own plane. You know what I mean? It's not like, he's chartering these private planes to take it places. He owns his plane. It's his fuel that he puts in that plane.
That's the same guy telling me that cow farts are killing me and I need to stop driving my gasoline truck around.
It's also the same guy that honeymooned in Moscow.
Well, they just caught him in England or Sweden or where it was, at that expensive hotel having breakfast, and he flew over there for the weekend and whatever.
He's a dipshit, dude. He used to complain about millionaires and billionaires until he became a millionaire. Now I don't say it anymore.
He's got more money. Carter's got liver pills, and and he's trying to say, tax. He wouldn't like it if they taxed him.
Right. And then Pam Bondi's she's got a good gig going. She's got a tough job ahead of her, but I honestly believe she's the right person for that job. But then we got Kash Patel, who's the head of the FBI. Now, they keep calling him up and trying to catch him on this.
I like when
he just slays them every
they
time.
interrogate him. He goes, "Stop putting words in my mouth."
The TV cameras are outside if you want.
Yeah, that's the big thing he tells them when they start. He says, "You're putting words in my mouth again." I like, okay, Cash.
Or they try to quote him, and he goes, "Well, you're quoting one sentence out of an entire conversation." He goes, "I'd need to hear the whole conversation before I could respond to that."
He says, "You want to talk to somebody who's been weaponized by the FBI?" He says, "You're looking at him." He says, I was weaponized.
Absolutely, he was targeted, and they made his life a living hell. But he's now the shoe's on the other foot, and they're not liking it.
Oh, I'm getting tired of the Democrats all going, "Oh, we're weaponizing the FBI, they're weaponizing this, you're weaponizing the Department of Justice." Wait a minute. That's all the things they did. Now, I'm not saying Republicans on the other side needs to do that, but that's all the things they did.
Right.
And now that they're getting caught, it's like, "Oh, you're weaponizing." No, we're catching what you did
Right.
and showing what you did.
And then you got Letitia James, who,
That bitch is going down.
she prosecuted Trump for not doing, lying on documents and whatnot.
You know what bothers me about Letitia James?
That she's a psychopath?
No.
Oh.
She thinks she's untouchable. She's that arrogant. She thinks that she's untouchable. Nothing will ever happen to her, and she's going to walk.
I got news for her, John. I don't think so.
If she walks, something's wrong.
Listen, she's the one that stands up there and says, "No one is above the law." Well, that includes you, Letitia.
Well,
and,
she thinks she's untouchable.
Well, they all do, John. And that, I think that they're starting to realize that they're not. And it's coming to get them. You know what I mean? It's starting to blow up in their faces. We've seen some federal judges arrested. We've seen some White House aides from the Biden administration get arrested for things.
So the mayor of New Jersey get arrested?
Right? Oh yeah, yeah. The
What
old
a
mayor,
dumbass.
he denies trespassing, but it's not like his name's Ross Burka. I mean, what's that tell you?
You don't
Baraka.
bum rush the ice
Ross
building.
Baraka. I wonder if he's a Catholic.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, and I don't know if it's just more of a media stunt, publicity stunt that they did something like that or whatever. And I'm sure they weren't expecting to get arrested over it. But then you got the FBI agent that was after Trump for Russian collusion, who's just been arrested and he's going to jail for 4 years for helping Russia, for colluding with Russia. So,
As he should.
Right. Well, he was one of the main agents investigating Trump over the whole Russian collusion thing. So now all of a sudden,
Well, there's a lot of stuff coming out, and and what's killing me is the Democrats. Now they're going, "Oh, they're lying. Oh, this is a lie. Oh, they're lying," and everything. Now they're saying, "Oh, they're lying about this. Oh, they're lying about."
Right.
And I'm like, this is strange because you're the one's been lying about everything. Now your big thing is, "Oh, they're lying." Well, prove to me they're lying.
Right. Like the big news now on all your mainstream media is that Kash Patel, the new FBI director, is not taking his job seriously. Have you ever seen any video of Kash Patel? That guy takes everything seriously. He's the real deal. And he's seriously going to make their lives hard for him, and that's about the only thing. They're trying everything they can do to discredit him. And that goes for much of Trump's administration. Pete Hegseth, Pam Bondi, my favorite transportation guy, Sean Duffy.
I thought it was Pete Buttigieg.
No, Pete Buttplug. No, he wasn't my favorite, I'm afraid.
You didn't like Pete Buttigieg?
No, he couldn't even
With his
control
fake titty feeding his baby?
his fake titty, you mean?
Whatever thing he had hanging on his chest, breastfeeding his baby.
Oh, my God.
Riding to work with his bicycle with his significant other.
I like our Pete way better than their Pete.
You don't like that Pete?
No.
Peter?
No, I do not. I did not like him.
wrong?
I didn't like him when he was, what the?
I just don't like the name, Buttigieg.
Buttigieg or whatever.
Just don't sound right.
It sounds like gay French
I'd
to
be
me.
changing my name if my name was Buttigieg.
Our new Secretary of Transportation is Sean Duffy, who is pretty cool. Yeah, he's doing some pretty cool things.
And Duffy sounds way better than Buttigieg.
Oh, by head and shoulders amount.
He looked like that guy from Mad Magazine.
Yeah.
Alfred Newman or whatever his name was.
Yeah. But what I like,
the gay version of Alfred Newman.
Yeah. One of the things I like mostly about what's happening is as a truck driver, you deal with a lot of people that can't even speak English. You know, you'd be driving down the road and you'll see signs directing trucks, and these are 80,000 pound, 70-foot long vehicles that these guys are driving, and they can't even read road signs, and it makes it not only dangerous for other truck drivers, but for
Half of them can't drive. I was down here on 539 one day. It's a backwards turn, okay?
Okay.
This son of a bitch tries to turn it in a semi. He's got his trailer down. I'm choking on my water. He's got his trailer wheels down in the ditch. The trailer's all leaning all the way over.
I think I seen
about
that.
ready to fall over. I'm coming by my truck. He stops me. Ho, 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 ho. I go, he says, you come pull me out. You pull me out. You pull me out. I go, dude, I ain't doing nothing. Oh, you got to pull me out. Pull me out. I go,
that was a tinker, right?
no, it was a box truck, but I'm like, dude,
Oh.
I hook onto that and start pulling you out. That thing's going to fall over, and you're going to blame me.
Right.
Good luck to you. I'm going down the road. No,
Yeah.
you pull me out. I go, no. Get back in the truck with your sandals on.
Flip-floppers, we call them. You know, you'll be driving down the road, John, and there'll be a sign saying all trucks in the left lane, and every truck you see in the right lane is most likely
Some guy that couldn't read English.
Exactly right, and you got signs on the roadways specifically for trucks, information for truck drivers and stuff like that, like runaway ramps and stuff of that nature. These guys have no clue that that they're there. You know what I mean?
It's not safe.
No, and it's not. And not only that, you know, it's hard to deal with them. Just all in all, it's hard to deal with them.
But you see them videos, them guys driving them trucks around those mountains on them ledges? Them guys can drive.
And
Freaking tire hanging on the edge, stones falling off the mountain. I'm going, look at this guy.
they're doing that in India, though. They're not.
I wouldn't even walk on that road. They're driving that big truck
They got buses full of people doing that
2 inches off the edge of the road, 1,000 feet in the air. I'm going,
He's smoking a big ganja and driving down there, petting his goat while he's doing it.
wait a minute, somebody else is coming the other way. I got to scoot over.
That's insane, dude. Insane. But it is true, though. You're exactly right. I wouldn't mind those guys, but those aren't the guys that are sending us.
They're not sending them guys over here to drive
they're
trucks.
keeping those guys. You know, a lot of these guys probably, I'm not sure, this is just speculation, I'm just kind of making this up, but most of these guys come here and just say, oh, I drive truck in home country. Here's your CDL. You know what I mean? I had to go through extensive background checks, drug
Say,
testing.
here's my video, me driving the mountains.
Training, you know what I mean? Extensive training.
Yeah, you told me last time all the training.
It's crazy how what all I
Enough already about your training.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. Enough already about it. But it's true. I don't know how some of these guys even got a CDL. You know, it's just like, what the hell's going on here? I'm not saying all of them. You know what I mean? There's probably some of them out there wearing flip-flops that can drive trucks pretty good, but the majority of them, I'd say not.
So, that's cool, but I want to ask you one thing. I want to get on this thing. What do you think got in these Democrats' mind that they tried to bum rush the ICE facility
only thing I could think of,
in
John,
New Jersey?
is there was probably
So
some
here's what happened. The mayor and some Congress people, what Democrat
city councilmen, all kinds of stuff.
decided that the ICE facility in New Jersey, they were going to rush in there, and because the people weren't getting their due process, and they needed this and they needed that, and they were going to go straighten it out. So they just decided they were going to just bum rush in there, right?
That's
Pretty much, just break in.
That's basically what I
I thought
heard.
that was going to be okay,
Right.
legal.
Yep, didn't work out.
And then what happened?
They got arrested for trespassing.
But I mean, it was a big ordeal. They had a big scuffle.
Oh, yeah. They drug 'em out and
Evidently,
handcuffed
somebody
'em.
got hurt from the ICE facility. One of their people got injured.
You play stupid games, John. You win stupid prizes.
So they arrest the mayor and a couple other people,
Right.
bond them out.
right,
Now, we got to keep track of this, find out if anything happens to them.
right.
Because I don't want them just get slapped and say, well, you got to pay $20.
Now I want to see him
Go on home.
just like if you or me did it. You know,
If I did that, I'd be sitting in jail
right,
because the bond be so damn high, I wouldn't be able to afford to pay it.
we'd have a big ass fine at the end of the day and probation, if not jail time. You know, I want to see these guys get the same treatment that anybody else would, because in their own words, they are not above the law. You know, that's just the way it
You
is.
can't just go bust bust into a government facility like that. I mean, what if we went down to the mayor's office and said we're going to bust into the mayor's office? We're going to straighten shit out.
Well, from what I understand,
Well, what we did?
what I understand, John, they tried to gain access to the place by saying that that it hadn't had inspections from the fire department and the water department and electric.
Well, I don't really care. Then you send the inspector down and say we got to do inspections.
Well, it wasn't up to
they
code.
They don't
And
have any
basic
right.
Homeland Security told them to get bent. That you don't need to inspect our area, whatever. It's a federal facility.
They're just making up shit to try to get in there.
Right.
Like saying I'm the cable guy and coming to your house and say, come to check your cable. And you say, well, I don't have any cable. Oh.
Well, they basically got the same treatment that Marjorie Taylor Greene got when she wanted to go see the J6 prisoners and check on their condition and how they were being treated. They weren't even allowed through the door. Do you remember when the Board of Education, when Trump started shutting that down, Maxine Waters and all those guys showed up at that door of the
Oh, yeah.
and the guard was just standing there like, you're not getting in. They were like, we're members of Congress. Like, I don't know if they think that makes them special or something like that.
Maxine Waters, she needs to retire.
Well, I understand that there's another installment of the Predator movie, and she's going to be the Predator.
Predator 2,
Yeah,
Predator 4,
I think it's 7 now.
Predator 7,
But yeah,
The Resistance.
they're going to save a shitload of money on special effects and just throw her in there as the Predator. 'cause
She would make a good
she
Predator.
looked just like him.
She would. Little extra makeup on the eyes.
But she's going to make her own
A
word.
couple things sticking out of her head, attach some shit at the bottom of her jaw. She'd make a pretty good Predator.
They're going to have to dub all of her lines in, though, because she says whatever she wants, and it's always stupid. Always stupid.
I don't have no comment on that because I'll get in trouble.
Yeah. We will,
I can't comment on that. I do not like that woman, no.
No, me either. Me either. I don't like Letitia James either. She's become really, really unhinged.
But you know what I begin to dislike more than anything? These old ass white people, liberals.
Right.
They're dumber than shit.
I don't know how it happened. I don't know what they're doing or what. I mean, you could even.
What happened to you old ass white people?
You could even watch CNN.
What happened to you? I don't get it. What happened to you?
Well, even old school Democrats shouldn't be aligned with what's happening nowadays on the Democratic side of the aisle.
But these old ass white liberal people,
they're the worst.
I don't know what's going on. Who you been talking to? What is the hell happened that you don't even make any sense.
Malcolm X one time said the worst kind of liberal is a middle-aged white woman.
And I seen one guy old liberal white ass person trying to quote Malcolm X to a black guy. He's like, "Oh, just shut up, because you don't even know what you're talking about."
I love it when I love it when these same people you're talking about start talking about how hard it is for black people. I'm like, well, how the hell would you know? I mean, seriously.
Oh yeah, they want to tell us how hard it is for everybody.
And
they know.
Most of these people come from a privileged life. They've grown up middle class or better, and they never really had to do the government cheese thing. But yet they're going to stand there and talk.
I understand you hate Donald Trump. I understand you hate him with a passion. You think he's the worst thing ever. But open your damn eyes up to what's going on besides Trump. My God, you can't be that damn stupid.
Just the last 2 months alone, the job market has exceeded expectations. There's been way more jobs. And we're not talking government jobs like Biden put in there. These are private sector jobs that's opened up, and you're starting to see it just like in the first administration. You're starting to see help wanted signs everywhere. And things are picking up. The economy's picking up. Inflation's down. The price of oil is down. We're going to start seeing that at the pump pretty soon.
Did you see the fake Facebook post on there? Oh, look at gas was supposed to be going. Look at the gas price. And it was like $6.76 a gallon. $6.76 a gallon. And the woman goes, "Oh, just so you know, you must be from California," and showing a picture from California because here's how much gas is where I live, and it was like $2.86 or something.
I paid $2.90 for gas. Yesterday.
She's like, complain to your Governor Newsom of California for your $6.76. Did you know they've shut down refineries in California, oil refineries, and they're closing them down. They're screwing with it. So they're not going to be refining any oil out there.
They're still going with the electric car mandate thing.
Yeah, but they're shutting down all their oil refineries, which is stupid.
Well, it's just going to cause more people to leave that state.
Well, and it's going to raise the price of gas all around there out there on the West Coast, not just
Oh, yeah.
California.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because they're going to ship it farther.
Right,
But
right.
that freaking Gavin Newsom, well, he's related to Pelosi.
Yeah, I think he's a son-in-law or something like that. I'm not exactly
Dumb
sure.
shit. That's just one big ball of group of shit.
They're all related some way. You got people that are related to heads of media. You got Soros. I think Hillary Clinton's daughter is married to Soros' nephew. They're all connected. They're all connected somehow.
But you close all the refineries out there in the West Coast. It's like, what do you think's going to happen?
Right. Well, you got Oregon, Washington, and California are all a bunch of liberal.
Now, here's something we didn't touch on. Did you see that China's going to make a trade deal?
They're all making trade deals, John.
I know.
They are all making.
Trump and they're sitting down. They're making a trade deal with China. It's going to change. China's losing their ass since Trump did what he did.
They're having uprisals. People are uprising and everything in China right now. They're protesting their government. They're losing their jobs. They're losing their money because of Trump. The tariffs are working. The tariffs are going to work, folks. I mean, I'm sorry. I know you guys all got upset a couple of days ago when Trump said that your kid didn't.
Say it again. Tariff.
Tariff. I know
they're working.
All you libs got upset the other day when Trump said that your kid doesn't need 30 Barbie dolls; he can survive with 3. But he's right. You don't need all that. It's not that we don't need it. We can. Anything we need is here already. We can make it ourselves.
Americans have become a bunch of gluttons.
Oh, I agree.
And the need for this and need for that, better this and better that. Man, I remember back in the 70s and the 80s when I grew up, I didn't have all this crap. I was perfectly happy.
Right. Well, we did kind of have this crap during the Carter administration, but we kind of
I mean, I didn't have I didn't have a cell phone, I didn't have all this bullshit, I didn't have all this fancy shit.
I had a bicycle.
We played Pong.
Yeah, right.
We had Pong.
And we were outside all the time, John.
We were outside doing stuff, making stuff, doing things, working on cars, making bicycles, doing this, doing anything we could do.
Right. Kept ourselves busy and content. And we were happy kids.
Playing football and baseball and playing stuff in the yard with the kids and stuff and doing all kinds of riding our bikes around.
Yep. Camping, fishing, all that stuff.
If I wanted to see somebody, went down to their house, knocked on their damn door.
Right. Now you FaceTime them on. And they're sitting in their room dark where they haven't left all day, eating Pop-Tarts and drinking Coke, It's like... it's just a different world we live in now. And you see it too with like ice cream stands. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but you drive into a city, there used to be all kinds of these ice cream stands and shit. They're not there no more because kids aren't out on their bicycles no more. You know what I mean? There's not as many public pools as there used to be. I think
kids don't do anything anymore.
Right. When we were kids, I
didn't understand times change.
We'd go play Little League, and after Little League, we'd all go to the dairy aisle and chow down, but we had 8 Little League teams just in our little town.
Gotta be a way we capitalize on that, huh?
I don't think there's 2 now. It's just the way it is. I don't know. That's my own assessment.
We have a little portable instant phone charging truck that we drive around to these ball fields, and the kids can all plug your phone in and charge it in like 30 seconds. Right. Charge them all like $5.
At the 7th inning
Come on over, charge your phone, kids!
During the 7th inning stretch, they could all go check their emails and shit.
Yeah, they can run and plug their phones in. Everybody, $5, charge your phone.
The only problem is they'd be standing at second base like this.
Parents come over, plug your phones in.
The only kid worth a shit's the only one whose parents can't afford a cell phone for him. He's cracking the ball out. But anyway, back to the serious stuff, which we don't really take much serious.
I'm in a goofy mood this weekend. The weather's been fine. It's
Beautiful.
Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Mother's Day. I had a long weekend too, so I'm ready. I'm going back to work tomorrow, but I've had a pretty cool weekend just laying around with my wife, and we didn't really do a whole lot of nothing, but just lay around and relax, and it was pretty cool. Well, we did a little yard work yesterday. Her more than me. She likes to cut grass. I don't care for it.
Likes what?
She likes to mow the lawn. I don't care for it.
My grandkids like to mow the grass. Right. I get on the mower, bam, I got one of them on my lap. Mow, 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 peppo. They like the mower.
Yeah. That's fun, though. See, that's a good kid. You know, he's not out there saying, me and Papa, we're out here mowing the grass.
Training them, man. By the time they're 7 or 8 years old, they'll be cutting it themselves.
Right. It's amazing. Your grandkids are cute, though.
So get out there and mow. Then when I want them to do it, they won't want to. No, I don't want to mow the grass.
Well, I don't think we really did a rant tonight. Do you got anything you want to rant about?
Something that's really pissing me off. Something happened.
I could tell you something that really pissed me off, but we kind of already crossed that rant before. Samsung was ordering me to upgrade, right? So I upgraded, and now my phone's all fucked up. I can't find anything. Everything's like...
Yep, that'll happen. Sure as shit.
It doesn't look the same. It doesn't respond the same. It's like... I should have never did it. But they pound you with it, John. It's every day. But every time I open my phone, it's like, you need an upgrade.
No, they'll force you. I would get them. I haven't got one in a long time on my phone, but they used to send them. And that's another thing that pisses me off because I got a Motorola. I've always had a Motorola.
Right.
I can't get those no more with Verizon.
Right.
I said, well, you can get a Samsung. I said, I don't want no damn Samsung. I said, I want a Motorola.
That's the con you into them freaking updates. I was talking to Tommy, a family member of mine last night. Hey, Tommy, shout out. About the same thing. He had the same problem. They upgraded his phone, and now his phone's retarded. I'm allowed to say retarded, right? I mean, it's our
We're not
show.
talking about people. We're talking about phones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can say retarded.
Yeah, we ain't using that as a description.
Then again, it's our show. I can say whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, but we're talking about telephones.
But my phone is totally retarded, man. It went from being like, I don't know if it's retarded or I was just getting so used to it and how to navigate it, and then they changed it all on me.
The only thing you can't say is if you put that phone out there that's going to make the earth warmer because of the climate change,
climate change.
then you're screwed.
Right.
You say climate change.
John, you're going to get us hit on YouTube. You're not allowed to say climate change.
Not allowed to say climate change because it's.
That's 3 warnings right there. We're going to get on YouTube.
We're busting them all up.
But on Rumble was where you should go to get us anyway. They
won't say anything about when we say climate change.
We can say climate change all day long.
Climate change, YouTube.
Because that's a free speech platform, guys. Rumble is where it's at. That's where you want to go watch us at. There's no warnings or nothing like that.
We're not really being informational now. We're just being goofy, so.
Right. Well, we do have a little information. It's probably some things that a few people didn't know, but.
And guess who was watching last time? I said nobody watches the end, but Melvin is.
Every time.
Melvin was.
Yeah, Melvin was watching.
Shout out to you, Melvin. Thanks for watching the end.
Yeah, watch this one too.
And I got your cool cards with the mushrooms and shit on them. They
I haven't got mine yet. I know he mailed them to me.
Melvin likes me better.
Oh, man. Fuck him, Melvin.
Thanks, Melvin. I got them.
When did you
bring them up? Next show, I'll bring them up and show them on the show. They got delivered to the neighbors.
Oh, I bet my father-in-law.
And somebody opened the envelope partially somehow. Like the envelope was open. I guess they put them back, and then I don't know what the hell happened. But the neighbors ended up with them in their box.
And they opened them up and went, damn, these are pretty cool. Because they are pretty cool.
Yeah, they are.
Melvin's got sick talent. There's no doubt about it. But, I'm still looking forward to seeing them. Anyway, we're going to get off to the end of the show here, and then I'm going to play John a Doors song that he's never heard.
Oh, my God. He's been shoving that up my rear end.
Well, damn it, I wanted to do a karaoke, and he doesn't have it. I can't believe that.
Too bad.
He needs to upgrade his karaoke, I think. You need to buy it then, John.
You can't even buy it. See, I told you, it sucks. It sucks. That song sucks. That's why.
It does not suck, John. There's not one song by the Doors that suck.
Yeah, there is.
No, there is.
Everybody makes a song that sucks, and that's their song.
And,
anyways, I'm Dr. John.
I'm Little Ed, and I love the Doors.
And that was enough already.
Dr. John at Gmail. We're on Rumble. Find us. Go to Rumble.
Do the Trump dance. I didn't run it back to the beginning. Nobody cares. Nobody listens to it anyhow.
Except Melvin.
Except for Melvin. You're the one who hears of Melvin.
Good night, everybody.